Let me take you on a journey, 65 million years back in time, where giants roamed the earth, the mighty dinosaurs. But that's not all. We'll also fast forward to a much more recent chapter to our prehistoric cousins, the Neanderthals, to connect two of the most mysterious periods in Earth's history. Buckle up, because here are 13 dinosaur facts you absolutely need to know, with some surprising links to early humans. 1. Dinosaurs weren't just reptiles, they were the ancestors of birds. Forget the idea of just scaly beasts. Many dinosaurs had feathers. Yes, the mighty T-Rex may have had fluffy bird-like relatives. So next time you see a pigeon, remember, you're looking at a dinosaur's distant cousin. 2. Dinosaurs ruled Earth for over 165 million years. Compare that to modern humans who have only been around for about 300 years, and Neanderthals for around 400 years. Dinosaurs were the true kings of longevity. 3. A giant asteroid didn't just hit, it reshaped the planet. 66 million years ago, a 6-mile-wide asteroid slammed into Earth, ending the reign of the dinosaurs. But did you know this allowed mammals and eventually humans and Neanderthals to evolve? 4. Dinosaurs lived on every continent, even Antarctica. That's right, fossilized remains have been found in the coldest places on Earth. Dinosaurs truly dominated the globe. 5. Some dinosaurs were incredibly smart, like the Troodon, which had a brain-to-body ratio similar to modern birds. If evolution had gone differently, who knows, we might be ruled by intelligent raptors today instead of having evolved from primates. 6. Dinosaurs laid eggs and some cared for their young. Fossilized nests show that some species stayed with their eggs, much like birds do today. Family values, prehistoric style. 7. Some dinosaurs had over 500 teeth. Like the Nigersaurus, not every dino was a savage killer, some were just specialized eaters. 8. Dinosaurs walked both upright and on all fours. They were far more diverse than just towering monsters. Some were fast sprinters, others lumbering giants. 9. Fossils are not just bones, they're stone. What we dig up are not bones, but minerals that replaced bone over millions of years. These fossils help us reconstruct a world we never saw. 10. We're still naming new dinosaurs every year. There are over 1,000 named species of dinosaurs, and we're finding new ones constantly. Science never stops digging. 11. Not all dinosaurs were carnivores. In fact, most were herbivores. Triceratops, Stegosaurus, Brachiosaurus, all plant lovers. 12. Dinosaurs likely fought each other. Evidence of healed bite marks and broken bones shows that these creatures didn't just face extinction, they faced each other. 13. Dinosaurs and Neanderthals never met, but they share a story. Here's the twist. Dinosaurs were wiped out 66 million years ago. Neanderthals appeared about 400 years ago. They missed each other by tens of millions of years. But without the extinction of the dinosaurs, mammals might never have taken over, and Neanderthals, or even us, might never have existed. Bonus: Neanderthals were smarter than we thought. They created art, used tools, hunted in groups, and had burial rituals. They lived through ice ages and adapted to harsh environments. Just like we studied dinosaurs through fossils, we uncover the story of Neanderthals through bones, tools, and cave paintings. Most people imagine dinosaurs as massive, scaly reptiles that roamed the earth millions of years ago, but modern science reveals a fascinating truth. Many dinosaurs are actually the ancient ancestors of today's birds. This means that the next time you see a sparrow, pigeon, or even an eagle, you're looking at a direct evolutionary descendant of creatures like the velociraptor and Archaeopteryx. Paleontologists have uncovered extensive fossil evidence showing that numerous dinosaur species had feathers, hollow bones, and other bird-like features. These discoveries have transformed our understanding of dinosaurs from cold-blooded, lumbering beasts into agile, warm-blooded, feathered creatures that were more like birds than reptiles. Fossils found in China, particularly of feathered dinosaurs such as Microraptor and Anchiornis, show distinct plumage patterns and wing structures, indicating they could glide or perhaps even fly. These species bridge the gap between non-avian dinosaurs and modern birds, illustrating a gradual evolution rather than a sudden leap. Even the infamous Tyrannosaurus rex, once thought to be a scaly predator, may have had some feather coverage in its early stages of development. The evolutionary connection goes beyond appearance. Modern birds share many skeletal similarities with theropod dinosaurs, especially in the structure of the hips, feet, and even wishbones, which are present in both. Additionally, behaviors such as nesting, brooding, and vocalizing likely began with dinosaurs and carried over into bird species. Studies of dinosaur fossils have uncovered preserved eggs, nests, and even fossils of dinosaurs in brooding positions, similar to how birds protect and warm their eggs. These patterns of care show emotional and biological ties that link ancient species directly to avian life. The more we learn, the clearer it becomes that birds are not just related to dinosaurs, they are dinosaurs in the most literal sense. Around 66 million years ago, a colossal asteroid struck Earth near what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. This impact, known as the Chicxulub event, unleashed a global catastrophe, triggering wildfires, massive tsunamis, earthquakes, and throwing up so much debris and sulfur into the atmosphere that sunlight was blocked for months. This sudden environmental collapse led to the extinction of approximately 75% of all life on Earth, including all non-avian dinosaurs. But while this was the end of an era for the dinosaurs, it marked the beginning of a new chapter for life on Earth, one that would eventually lead to the rise of mammals, including Neanderthals and modern humans. Before the asteroid hit, dinosaurs dominated the land, sea, and sky for over 165 million years, leaving little ecological room for mammals, which were mostly small, nocturnal creatures trying to survive in the shadows. With the dinosaurs gone, the vacant niches in the food chain allowed mammals to diversify, grow in size, and evolve into various new forms. Over millions of years, these adaptive species would give rise to primates, and eventually to hominins, our direct ancestors. This evolutionary opening was a critical turning point. It allowed for the emergence of larger brains, more complex social structures, and higher adaptability in mammals. One branch of these early humans would evolve into Neanderthals, who thrived in Europe and parts of Asia for hundreds of thousands of years. Another branch led to Homo sapiens. The extinction event caused by the asteroid didn't just change Earth's climate and ecosystems. It reshaped the evolutionary path of life itself. Without it, the dominance of dinosaurs may have continued indefinitely, and intelligent life as we know it, Neanderthals, Homo sapiens civilization, may never have had the chance to emerge. One of the most astonishing discoveries in paleontology is that dinosaurs were not limited to warm, tropical regions. They lived on every continent, including Antarctica. This challenges the long-held assumption that dinosaurs required only hot, humid climates to survive. Fossil evidence found in places like the Antarctic Peninsula and parts of Australia, which were once connected during the time of the supercontinent Gondwana, proves that dinosaurs were far more adaptable than previously believed. During the Mesozoic era, global temperatures were generally warmer, and Antarctica was not the frozen desert we know today. It had forests, flowing rivers, and a climate that, while cooler than tropical regions, could still support diverse ecosystems. Dinosaurs like the herbivorous Antarctopelta and the predatory Cryolophosaurus lived in these high-latitude environments. These species were adapted to survive long periods of darkness and colder temperatures, especially during polar winters. This indicates that some dinosaurs may have been warm-blooded or had other physiological adaptations that allowed them to regulate body temperature in extreme climates. The presence of fossils in such regions also demonstrates that dinosaurs were highly successful at colonizing a variety of ecological zones, from lush rainforests to arid deserts to polar woodlands. The ability of dinosaurs to thrive on all continents is further supported by fossilized footprints, eggs, and skeletal remains found across North and South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, and even remote islands. Their widespread distribution speaks to the evolutionary success and diversity of the species over millions of years. It also helps paleontologists reconstruct how the continents drifted and how different species migrated and evolved in isolation. Discovering dinosaur remains in Antarctica not only rewrites our understanding of their global reach, but also expands the picture of prehistoric Earth's climate and geography in remarkable ways. Dinosaurs and Neanderthals are two of the most iconic figures in prehistoric history, yet they lived in completely different eras and never coexisted. Dinosaurs first appeared over 230 million years ago and were wiped out by a mass extinction event around 66 million years ago. Neanderthals, on the other hand, emerged much later, around 400 years ago, and became extinct approximately 40 years ago. That means there is a staggering gap of over 65 million years between the last dinosaurs and the first Neanderthals. This timeline makes it impossible for the two to have ever encountered one another, despite how often they're grouped together in pop culture or misunderstood historical references. This enormous time gap is a powerful reminder of the vastness of Earth's history. When we think about prehistory, it's easy to compress everything that came before humans into one mental category. But the reality is far more complex and stretched across unimaginable spans of time. Dinosaurs lived in the Mesozoic era, which itself was divided into the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. Neanderthals belonged to the Pleistocene epoch, part of the much more recent Quaternary period. Furthermore, the evolutionary lines are entirely separate. Dinosaurs were reptiles, many of which evolved into birds, while Neanderthals were a subspecies of archaic humans, sharing a common ancestor with Homo sapiens. They used tools, controlled fire, and lived in structured social groups. The extinction of dinosaurs had to occur first to allow mammals, including primates, to rise and eventually lead to the appearance of hominins. Despite both being extinct species, dinosaurs and Neanderthals occupy very different chapters in Earth's story. With millions of years of evolution, climate change, and geological transformation separating them, the extinction of the dinosaurs was one of the most significant turning points in the history of life on Earth, and without it, creatures like Neanderthals and humans may never have existed. For over 165 million years, dinosaurs were the dominant land animals, occupying almost every ecological niche and keeping mammals small and relatively primitive. Most early mammals were nocturnal, rodent-sized creatures that avoided direct competition with dinosaurs. Their role in the ecosystem was limited, and their evolutionary path was constrained by the overwhelming presence of dominant reptilian species. When the asteroid struck Earth around 66 million years ago, it caused rapid and catastrophic changes to the planet's environment. The resulting extinction event wiped out around 3/4 of all species, including all non-avian dinosaurs. With the dinosaurs gone, mammals were given the rare evolutionary opportunity to rise and diversify. The extinction cleared the way for mammals to expand in size, behavior, and ecological role. Over the next tens of millions of years, mammals evolved rapidly, leading to the emergence of primates and eventually to hominins, the group that includes Neanderthals and Homo sapiens. Neanderthals, who appeared around 400 years ago, were the result of this long and complex mammalian evolution. They were intelligent, social, and capable of advanced tool-making. Their existence, like ours, was only possible because the niches left vacant by the dinosaurs allowed mammalian life to flourish. The extinction of the dinosaurs wasn't just an end, it was a beginning. It changed the direction of evolution and altered the balance of life on Earth, creating the conditions necessary for large-brained mammals and eventually for sentient species capable of shaping the world around them.